are back. I was able to keep my sleep schedule mostly nights, kind of, you know, like half and half this time instead of just completely flipping back over. But we are in the middle of our run from last time. We still haven't finished our last run. We are back in Texas, but we got a ways to go. I think we're going to Fort Worth, if I remember right. I think Fort Worth is the destination. And after the stream today, I'm going to try to redesign the trucks. I'm going to try to redo this truck, make it more like the style of like this border and my name down at the bottom. And I'm going to redo a truck for the music stuff too. A truck for the music branding, if that makes sense. Rolling. We should get there quick, hopefully before it gets dark. It's kind of the goal. If we survive. Excuse me, sir. Alright, I don't know what town we're in right here. Dude, these cars aren't... Look at that. They're just gluing to us. They're not moving out of the way at all. I need to put my hazards on. That's what I need to do. Oh, this is Amarillo. That makes sense. It looks Amarillo-ish. It looks pretty Amarillo-ish. Alright, I hope we get there before dark. I think this is the way. To Oklahoma City. I didn't buy any more states either. I meant to buy the states before I went back to work. But I didn't pick up any extra states yet. Roblox, what's up on YouTube? Welcome in, man. Adam, not really. Good question though, but no, not really. I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you? Oh, I thought he was about to land on top of us. Yeah, I'm just happy to be off work for the next few days. Redneck, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome to the crew. Hero says just started ATS yesterday. It's one of my favorite sims, man. I think you'll like it. It's pretty addictive. Yeah, definitely a pretty addictive one. Miguel, what's up, bro? Welcome in on YouTube. 250 hours. I don't know how many hours I have, man. I used to play this game a lot back when I used to stream on Facebook. So hundreds for sure, but I have to look in Steam and see what we got logged up. Glad Steam is working. Last week Steam went down for a little while. Luckily I was streaming something on the Xbox anyway, but yeah, Steam went down for like half a whole night. Oh damn. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't figure out how to remake skins. A viewer made this skin for me a long time ago. This paint job, if you will. But I'm gonna try to redo it if I can figure it out. Guys, thank you for the likes on TikTok. That helps out a ton. I don't think we're not quite gonna make it before it gets dark. We're gonna keep on rolling though, see how far we can get. Hey Redneck, thank you for the GGs, man. Have a T-Rex, bro. Thank you for the GGs. And Hero, thank you for that follow, my friend. Welcome to the crew. Node code with the likes. Appreciate it. I don't think I would like it too much, but turns out otherwise. Yeah, for sure, right? People always ask me, not simulator people, you know, they're always like, how do you like simulator games so much? But they're super addictive, dude. Look out, man, look out. American Truck Simulator would paint my truck in Monster Energy colors. We're kind of close to that, I guess, with this truck. Oh, hello, ditch. Just a little off-roading there, guys. Nothing to worry about. We got to fuel up, too. Yeah, they are. I love, I mainly stream sims. That's pretty much the main thing I stream. A lot of ATS, some flight simulator, some farm simulator. That's kind of been my main thing since when I was streaming on Facebook back in the day. Yeah, Hero, kind of similar. Yeah, kind of similar. I like that Flight Sim has missions now, right? But yeah, cab over would be cool, man. A cab over would be kind of cool. I might consider that. Peterbilt's my favorite though. This one's my favorite truck. But I was saying Flight Sim has missions now. I streamed it last week and we didn't even do the missions. We just ended up flying around. People in chat like requested their cities and we just kind of did some sightseeing stuff. But we need to get in that, we need to get in Flight Sim and do some mission type stuff and grind that up on stream too. Yeah, for sure, dude. I've told the story on stream before, man, but I was streaming on Mixer and I would play simulator games every now and then. I mainly play like RPGs and survivals and stuff like that too, which are my other favorite genres for the most part. But when I'd play simulators, man, people would complain. People who were used to watching the survival stuff or whatever, they didn't like it. But then Mixer sold to Facebook and I went over to Facebook with that sell and I started streaming simulator games over there and our Facebook channel kind of popped off and we found a bunch of people that like simulator games. So that's been pretty cool. And now we're kind of redoing the same thing again here on TikTok. We're getting a lot of simulator fans on TikTok these days. Ghost, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome to the crew. Look out, we got a traffic jam, guys. Okay. Speaking of flight simulator. Oh man. We've become one with the plane. We're not getting out of this one, guys. We're not getting out of that. All right. Rig, thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Never getting RPGs. Tried, but it's too fast. Wasn't in my control like simulator. That really depends on the RPG, I think. There's like action RPGs that are pretty fast paced. There's other ones that are kind of chill. Yeah, and I really like talking about like the chill simulator vibe, right? That's what's good for streaming, I think, because I can pay attention to chat and talk with you guys. And I don't really watch the road. Texas Tech won. Let's ASU fan though. Yeah, Tech did win. Tech's supposed to do really good with all the money they put in their program. PUBG, yeah. PUBG is Battle Royale. That's about it, but I also play Out of Or. I haven't heard of that one. I'm not very good at PUBG. No, I'm not very good at that one. Bryce, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome in. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for the likes too on TikTok. Makes a big difference. You guys got us over 200 likes over there already. All right, well now it's daytime after the tow truck. We got plenty of daylight. We're rolling to Fort Worth, guys. After Fort Worth, I don't know which way we're gonna go. We started in Idaho last stream, tried to make our way back down to Texas. Now that we're back in Texas, we got to decide a new route. There are some states in this save that I've really never been to, so we might try to get up in those areas and just kind of see what's available. Crafted, and look, it started again. It's when you got here, Crafted. That's what it is. Arizona. I was wondering if we have any trouble with the soundboard, Crafted. I might just have to go back to my steering wheel. Yeah, ATS is coming to console, Gray. Yep, it's in the plans. Excuse me, cars. Let's keep rolling. Yeah, blame me. Yeah, it's all your fault, dude. Crafted tuning in on Twitch over here. I'm using a controller right now. I have a steering wheel behind me, but I've been using my controller. Yeah, I love the no damage mod too. Yeah, it's totally necessary in this safe. Oh damn! Speaking of the no damage mod, Exhibit A. Man, that guy's gone. Really, we just got him on the highway. We got him on a 35 a little faster. That's all we did. We helped him out, I think. So yeah, long story short, I've been using my controller. I just haven't set my steering wheel back up. Found out, you guys hear that? How the audio cut? The controller is what's been making that happen. We found that out in the last stream. It's crazy, but the controller, watch, I'll drive with my keyboard for a while. And you guys will notice when I'm driving with the keyboard, you won't hear the audio cut. So it's something to do with the USB ports and the controller. The controller and the soundboard are both going into the computer USB. And so somehow something's getting crossed up there. I got them turned off, Jazz. I got tickets turned off in this save. Yeah, I have it on, but I don't remember any of the commands, dude. I don't remember the commands for like daytime and to pick your truck up and all that. Good day. What's up, Ozzy? Yeah, I'm glad to be back, man. I just got off my shifts yesterday. I kind of slept through the day again. So I'm still on my night shift schedule right now. Which was kind of the plan to see if I get as tired, because when I switch back and forth, when I go to work nights and then I come back and then flip back over to days, I'm like really tired for the first couple days off. So this time I'm trying not to change my schedule like as much, if that makes sense. I'm letting my schedule slide a little bit, but I'm not completely flipping back over to a daytime kind of thing. And I'm gonna see if I'm not as tired, right? Tonight's my first night off though, so I'm a little tired. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But you guys see that? No audio cut out at all if I'm using the keyboard. Guys, thank you for 781 likes on TikTok. Thank you for 4 new followers over there too. Corey, what's up, bud? It is good to see you. Roblox, welcome back on YouTube. Yeah, it could be possibly your controller might have a wire loose inside the controller. It's something to do with the USB ports. It's in the computer. I feel you, mate. Done that shift work. Yeah, the shift work stuff is kind of tough. It's just a matter of getting my system kind of worked out to what I like to do, which I'm just kind of figuring it out, you know. But we'll see how this works. I don't mind just sliding my schedule a little bit, because then it won't be as hard to flip back over to nights completely when I go back to work Wednesday. Man, having 4 days off, that's nice. That's worth it. All right, let's skip this for now. But yeah, I don't know. It started doing it when we were playing Skate with Zach and Star Tricks the other day. And then I didn't know what it was. I reset my console in there because I was playing on the Xbox that day. I reset the console and it fixed it for a bit. Then it happened again the next night when we were playing Truck Sim. And I realized it was the controller. I don't know how. But somehow I realized that when I touch the controller, the audio starts going in and out. If I don't touch the controller, it doesn't happen. And then I changed the batteries on the controller just on a whim because the controller batteries were like 2 years old. Redneck, thank you for 109 likes, boss. Appreciate you, man. And that fixed it for a second, and then it started again. So then we switched USB ports on the front, and that fixed it for a little bit, and then it started again. And then I moved it to the back of the computer, and that fixed it for the rest of the stream. I moved it to the back of the PC, and it was working fine, because now they're on completely different like sides of the PC. So I don't know, man, but I'm actually gonna probably try, like you're talking about, Corey. I don't think it's inside of the controller by any means, but what I'm probably gonna do is try my new controller, because this controller is from my Xbox One, I think it was, the old console generation. Watch, I'll just drive with this for a second. We'll see if it cuts out again. If it does, I'm gonna go get my new controller for my newer console. Yeah, see, look at that. As soon as I get on the controller, it does it. Isn't that crazy? I've never had a tech issue like this before. Like, how's my controller screwing up my soundboard? But that's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna switch to that other controller, and we'll see if that happens to be some kind of a difference. Because if it is, then just replacing the controller is a nice, easy fix. I'll be right back. All right, this is a different controller. Oh, I left the T-Rex on. This is a different controller. This is still an Xbox One controller, but it's a different one. Let's see. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Jazz, thank you for the follow, my friend. All right, we got to find our way. I don't want to jinx it, but this might be working. Corey, you might have been onto something, dude. All right, we need to go up that way. We need to find our way to some fuel stops here, guys. Kind of like holding my breath. It's gonna fix it. It has been doing that, right? Like we've been doing things that fix it, and it'll be fixed for like 15 or 20 minutes, and it'll start again. I don't know if this works. This works. I'm happy with that. Justin, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, my friend. Welcome to the crew, guys. Thank you for 1,900 likes. Almost got us to 2,000 likes over there on TikTok. Our TikTok videos have been doing pretty good too. Let's go this way. Let's not hit the light pole. Oh, come on, light pole. That's my one specific goal. So far, so good, man. Yeah, for real, bro. Knock on wood. Look at that. That's Fort Worth, guys. That's Fort Worth. We made it. I'm hoping I'm able to get off the highway up here because, man, these bridges are kind of confusing. Hey, damn, they have Six Flags in here? I did not remember that. Yeah, we're gonna have to go way around here. We're gonna be able to get over there, but it's more of a detour than I thought. Moving. Jaden, thank you for the follow, bud. Welcome to the crew. Appreciate you, man. I think we're gonna go up here. We're in uncharted territory here, y'all. I think this is the way. KMG, thank you for that follow too. Redneck, thank you for the share, man. I appreciate that a lot. All right, I could have swore. Oh, that's weird. Okay. It's like a dealership, but they have a fuel pump back there. Ted, thank you for that follow, man. Welcome in. May I ask you how you got your Twitch logo on there? It's a skin that one of my viewers made for us a long time ago. I'm trying to remake it. I'm gonna try to remake it before the next stream, but I don't know how to do it. So one of my viewers made it. You have to like download this template thing for the truck you want, and then basically use some kind of photo editor type deal to make your paint job, if that makes sense. Then you got to download a certain kind of file. I think it's called an SCS file or something. You've got to make that image file into a certain kind of file. Then you got to put it in the game like a mod, and then that'll give you the paint job. A little more confusing than I expected. I've never really looked into how to do it until yesterday. It is a little more there's a little more to it than I was thinking there would be, but I'm still gonna try and see if I can't redo it. I like this truck a lot, but I want to style it like the stream is styled now. For you guys that are watching vertical on TikTok, you see my name underneath the chat down there, how it's like neon and red and blue, and then this border around me is like neon red and blue. I'm gonna try to make the truck like that, right? So the truck will match the stream. I think that'll be pretty cool. But I don't know how to do it. It's like I said, more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. I thought I'd just make a photo file and throw it in, and I guess that is kind of what you're doing, but it's just a little more picky about how it's done, I guess. But I did remake, I don't know how I can show you guys easily. I did remake my logo. If you guys see this logo right here, that just TM thing, I remade that. Let me see if there's an easy way to show you guys. I'm just gonna see if I can put a screen capture on here. Yeah, there you go. There it is. So I remade the logo like that. So the same logo, but it's just in that same style as kind of like my webcam is up here, if that makes sense. Yeah, so pretty good. So that's gonna be what the truck will look like, basically. That's the goal. Let me get my chat back up here, guys. Okay. Yeah, y'all like it? Fire? I like it too, man. Thank Chat GPT for that. It took quite a few prompts, but I made like this logo. I made myself. One of my friends kind of helped me clean up the lines on it, but I made that logo by myself. I made that logo on the side by myself. Of course, it's not too complicated. But when it comes to those like neon effects and glows and stuff like that, I don't really know how to mess with all that. So I just threw my logo in Chat GPT and was like, hey, this is what I want it to look like. And I tried that 5 or 6 times and ended up getting that one. No, you're good. I wanted to show it to you guys anyway. Glad you like it. Yeah, Chat GPT is useful. Yeah, for sure. Let's see if we can get through this gate. We cannot. All right. Damn, dude, this is all just us trying to get some fuel in this truck. That's what this whole thing was. Don't honk at me, Freightliner. All right, we got to go all the way back around, I think. Yeah, we got to go the long way around because everywhere I think is trapped in. We'll get there one day. I'll say this, they do make stuff to last long anymore like they used to. Yeah, Corey, for sure. That controller though, man, in fairness, if you're talking about that controller, I've been using that sucker in here for years. You could not back up like that. That one wasn't very smooth. It's easier with the steering wheel, man. Yeah, Boogie, no doubt, man. So now I just got to figure out, I forgot the program I have to download. There's like a certain Photoshop type thing you got to download that can make the type of file that Truck Sim needs. And then you download a template of the truck. And the template of the truck is kind of the most pain in the ass looking thing about it, because it's like every panel, it's just a straight up square piece of paper, if you will, in Photoshop. But you have to mirror the template over it and then make the template transparent, kind of, if that makes sense. And then you put the stuff you want on each panel of the truck. It has like a little hood panel and like your side panels and stuff like that, the sleeper cab. And then you just kind of like put your designs in there however you like it, I guess. And then when you save that image, it's a straight up like 4x4 image. It's just a square image with all your shit just like splattered across it in weird different places. But when you put that in the game folds it onto the truck, and then you get a paint job. It doesn't look like a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look like a lot of fun. But I do want to upgrade the style of this truck. And I do music too. I write music and stuff on a different channel, and I want a truck with the music stuff on it as well. I think that'd be pretty cool, like a tour truck kind of looking thing. So if it goes well redoing this truck, I'm gonna try to make one for the music brand too. We'll just have to see. All right. Wind turbine going to California. We can go way further south in Texas, but we did that yesterday. I'd like to maybe get up towards Kansas, and maybe that'll tempt me to finally buy the other states that I don't have yet. All right, let's do that. That's another truck, man. We're hauling a lot of trucks. Let's take this truck to Kansas, because I have not driven through Oklahoma on this save at all, or Kansas, I don't think. That's live. What's up, Boogie? What's live? All right, man. Have a good night. Redneck, thank you for the follow, bro. I'll be live again tomorrow night at some point, so swing on through, guys. I also upload videos every day, Monday through Sunday. Just highlights, really. They're short little highlights of the stream, but, well, look at that. Look at that. Now we're playing a skateboarding game again. And we're screwed. And we're screwed. Anyway, I upload highlight videos Monday through Sunday. Be on the lookout for those, guys. And I stream every day I'm off work. I'll be live tomorrow night, Monday night, and Tuesday night. But Redneck, thanks for the support, man. I hope to see you next time. Thank you for those likes too, man. ATS skate for sure. We were playing the new skate game the other day. Roses. Cheers, man. All right, I kind of hear the audio clicking a little. This is kind of how it starts. Let's keep our fingers crossed. My thinking is, if this controller starts doing it too, I don't know, it's been clean for a minute though. I'm really hoping that it was that other controller. But if this controller starts doing it too, then I'm thinking I have to replace this cable maybe. It might be this cable. And if it's not that, then I really don't know what to do after that. I'm at a loss. KMG, thank you for that share, man. Sorry I just saw that. Appreciate you sharing the stream out there. Yep. See, so it wasn't that controller, but isn't that weird? I switched controllers and we're good for like 15 minutes. Just like Crafted said in the Twitch chat. It's gonna fix it for like 15 or 20 minutes. Damn, dude, Dallas is big. Big city. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, because switching the controller, it works for 15, 20 minutes, we're good. And then it just goes bad again. But also, I streamed for 2 weeks in the same setup, and we never had a problem, right? We streamed on this same exact thing for 2 weeks with no trouble. Yeah, I mean, I could try a wireless. I'm gonna have to put this controller down. I could try a wireless controller altogether. But what I'm gonna do next, I guess. Sorry to have to leave again, guys. Hopefully we can keep the streams going strong. I am using OBS, Eddie. Yep. Hey, thank you, KMG. I appreciate it, man. So I can obviously plug the steering wheel in. That's kind of what I should do, because I just need to be using the steering wheel anyway. That would maybe fix this, because it's not the controller, but it still goes USB into the computer, so maybe not, right? But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go get my last Xbox controller I have. I got to get a USB-C cable, which I'm sure I can find one of those somewhere. So I got to find a USB-C cable and then switch over to that other controller, and then we'll see if that makes a difference. But that'll be changing the cable out, and that's kind of our last ditch effort here. If the cable doesn't change anything, then it's internal somewhere. I'll be right back again, guys. Hold tight. I'm sorry I got to keep leaving, but I don't want my audio going out throughout most of the stream. So the night is young. We'll still be live for a while. Thank you for bearing with me, guys. All right, I'm back. There are two things we're gonna try, guys. First, I'm gonna hold out hope. Let me get this turned down. First, I'm gonna hold out hope that we can keep using this old controller. And just change the cable. So first we're gonna try a different cable. Than the one we did have in. And if that doesn't want to work for us, then I do have a USB-C cable to a regular USB, but it's a little too short, so we can at least still test it with that. Sorry, I'm getting it all set up here, guys. Be back on the camera in just a second. Okay. All right, let's see if this works. All right, this same controller, new cable. Let's see what that does. Crafted, you want to set a timer? See if it is 20 minutes again. 20 minutes on the dot. Guys, thank you for bearing with me. Sorry, but I'd rather get this fixed than like reset the streams and stuff over and over again. But maybe this will do it. Maybe this will do the trick. Oh damn, it scared the hell out of me. KMG, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Welcome in, dude. Welcome in. Jumping over from TikTok. All right, let's see how this goes. Same controller, new cable. If that doesn't work, then I have another controller and a whole different cable. Stopwatch running, good deal, dude. Oh, we gotta jump the ditch. Hold on, guys. We almost missed our turn. All right, no trouble at all. Right where we're supposed to be, at the right time and everything, guys. Didn't even have to break the law. The sound of the tires gets me. The skirt, just constantly every time I'm driving. Yep, we'll keep our fingers crossed, Corey. You got a timer? Everybody's got a stopwatch running. Well, hopefully it never turns off again. I don't know if it does. We might just have to like I might have to split my setups, if that makes sense. I might have to use that setup over there for music, you know, because right now I'm running all this is what I do my music on, but I have all the other stuff from the stream back in the day before I had the music stuff. So maybe they don't want to work well together. Maybe that's what it is. Now let's see if our job's still available. Good deal. Yeah, just a quick shortcut. Nothing to worry about, man. You guys hear those cows? All right, we got a dump truck on the truck. We got 7 hours to go, and it is pretty much dark already. 7:42 at night. Look out, Camaro. Yeah, I really hope this works. I think I'm going to try to stream. I don't remember when Zach is off work again. But me, Zach, and Sturtrix are going to try to do a co-stream again on something relatively soon. So hopefully by then we've got this, whatever this is, we got it worked out. Welcome to Oklahoma. It's a modded one. It's OHM Word Transmission and Engine Pack. It's the name of the mod. OHM, then Word. I think Transmission and Engine Pack is what it's called. But if you search those up, you should find them. Okay. Just leapfrog underneath that thing, I guess. And Ski, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the likes over on TikTok. Appreciate you, my friend. Welcome to the crew. We've never seen us just chunk a whole semi truck over the back of ourselves. We do that with cars a lot. I don't know if we've done that with a full truck. But that's what this engine mod does. That's a good example of this engine mod right there. It sounds good too. That audio is part of the pack. I like it better at idle. But yeah, so the audio comes with that engine pack. Third Gen, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm playing on PC. Yes, sir. I don't remember the button for the Jake brake. We figured it out last time with chat and I forgot it already. Is it like Z or something weird like that? Sounds good. I like it. I don't think I could play without it, honestly, just because of the audio. Yep, I do have a vanilla save that I play in a little bit, but it's been a long time. We grinded that save up pretty good though. We got millions and millions of dollars in there too, and it's no mods at all. It's straight up vanilla. That can be fun. A little bit more of a slow roll, but it's still fun to grind out, you know. Try to get skinny right here. I think we're gonna make it. Yep, look at that. Didn't touch a single car. A little go-kart track. It'd be hilarious if we could drive on that. A little motocross course too. Not bad. Oklahoma pretty flat, but I wonder if we'll see all these lakes. Oklahoma has 700,000 lakes in it, so we should be kind of getting up to that area, I think. Tulsa, Crafted, do you feel like with all the American Truck Sim you've watched, you kind of feel like you know your way around the US? Have you ever been to the States? If you do, you'll be like, I've been here before. I've seen this. Truck Sim's pretty accurate. It's kind of shockingly accurate, really. Sometimes. All right, we still got 5 hours on the run. We are gonna look for a place to pull over and sleep if we can find one. Absolutely not. No. No, I have not seen tornadoes. We just saw through the bottom of that car back there, though. You guys see that? We were not meant to see the bottom of that car. Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm from Texas, so if you're driving through your state, if you're from Oklahoma here, you'll the cities look pretty accurate. You'll definitely see stuff. I mean, you probably know already, but for people who don't know, you'll see your city and you'll be kind of shocked at how it's a scaled down version of it. It's shrunk, but it's still really, it looks like where you're at, if that makes sense. Dirk says, I was just gonna say I've been there before. Yeah, exactly. Have I seen tornadoes playing this? No, I haven't. I don't know if they have weather in this game like that or not yet. Pretty cool, Dirk. I've never really been any further north than Colorado, I guess, but I've been all across the south of the US. But yeah, I'm from Texas. I go to Florida a good bit, so I drive through all those states on the way to Florida, and then I've been up to Colorado a few times. Obviously been in Oklahoma. Oh look, there it goes. What's the timer at, Crafted? What's the timer at, man? $10 minutes. Damn. We got 10 minutes in. How, like, why did that just start happening though? It's so crazy to me. How did we stream for 2 weeks and never have that happen? And then all of a sudden it just decides I can't use a controller and have audio at the same time. You can play with just controller. You can play with the keyboard if you want to. I'm playing with a controller right now. I do have a steering wheel behind me. I just don't have it plugged in. But yeah, you can play with the... It's only on PC right now. It's coming to console later. But yeah, you can play it with anything. The best thing, steering wheel's the best thing. Controller's your second best option. Dirk says, I'm going to get this game when it hits the console. Any advice? If you're going to play vanilla, hire drivers. That's the best advice if you want to make money. Buy trucks and drivers. Put all your money into trucks and drivers. And before you know it... Was that blocked off? I just listened to those cones. Did you see that, guys? There's cones back there and I didn't drive through them. Let's loop around here. I'm trying to find a place to sleep. Yeah, if you're going to play vanilla and you want to grind, Dirk, I would say hire as many drivers as you can, because the drivers are eventually going to make it where they're kind of just printing money for you. So at that point, you don't have to worry about getting tickets and how much you're making on every drive and all that. I've been to all except for one, Hawaii. Been everywhere but Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. And I guess I've been everywhere in the South. From like Tennessee, really. And then over to California, and Denver's like the highest I've ever been. It's like furthest north I've ever been, I think. Seth, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Yeah, see, I can drive with my controller and we're not going to have any audio breakout. Or I can drive with my keyboard and we won't have any audio breakup. But then I touch the controller and it does. So we got 10 minutes. What's up with that though? Try to unplug the controller and see what it does. It just flashes. You talking about use it wirelessly? It doesn't. My computer doesn't have a sensor for that. Yep, so it'll just disconnect if I unplug it. I see what you're saying. See if it just like reboots it. Worth a shot, right? Maybe we get another 10 minutes. And if it does it again, unplug it, we get another 10 minutes. Better than nothing. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to drive, I would like drive to Nashville, do something for like an afternoon, and then drive right back home. It's like a 12-hour drive. I used to do that, and I could not do that now, man. I drive to Florida. My grandma lives in Florida now, and that's also a 12-hour drive. And I'll drive that all the way through, but I'm pretty much dead by the time I get there. I couldn't imagine driving all the way there, doing something that I had to do for the afternoon, getting back in the truck and driving home. But when I was like 18, 19, 20 years old, I would do that. 24 hours of driving plus like 3 or 4 hours of whatever I needed to do in that city. And I would be fine. I'd be tired, but I could do it. I wouldn't survive if I tried to do that now. Seth. It should be in your main menu. There's like a mod section in the very front page of the game. You got to enable them in there too. So you got to turn them on Steam. And then when you get in the game, you've actually got to go to the save that you want, then click the mod section from the, like where it says continue game and all that stuff. Have you done that? Instead of click continue game and all that, click the mods thing. That'll open up another thing. You have to turn them on in there. Can't you really, dude? Yeah, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. I got some friends that drive trucks in real life though, and I mean they do that kind of stuff. They drive to their limit, which I think is about 12 hours. They'll drive to their limit, sleep for whatever amount of time they have to sleep, and get up and just keep driving. Yeah, we're hauling. Yeah, we're going. I think we can hit about 150 if we get going down a hill. We can get a little over 150 in it, I think. Going 144 right now. Let's see if you guys can imagine. In my vanilla save, I mean, this is what you do. Right, if you're playing a vanilla save and you're grinding the game, this is what you do. You got to drive the speed limit, because if you don't, look, let's put our blinker on. There we go. Look at that. Look, beautiful. So professional. But if you don't, you get tickets, and if you get a bunch of tickets, then you lose all your profit. So if you're playing vanilla and you're actually trying to grind, you got to drive like that. Which I do like the grind of the game, and I don't mind doing that, but I think for the live streams, it's just kind of not as much fun, if that makes sense. Is it 11? States here, the truck drivers only be on the road for 11 hours. 11 is, that makes sense to me. 11 makes sense to me. In Alaska, though, they can go 16. Why? I guess just because the distances, right? Maybe that's it. The distances between the cities are too far. Pretty crazy. I think 11 is fair enough for your average person. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. 16 hours of that? No. No thanks, Corey. There's no way I'd drive on an ice road. There's no way I would do that. Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah, just turn off traffic, or the turn off tickets at least. I got those turned off obviously for this one, but yeah, whenever I want to play vanilla, I try to play it like completely legit and just see how much money I can make if I can actually grind up a business, like obeying all the rules, you know. That's fun sometimes. Look out, man. Grind the game without mods. That's where my relative is in Wisconsin. Right now is Alaska to drive on the ice roads for 3 to 4 months. Oh, no. So you got a family member from Wisconsin that went to Alaska to drive. That's what you're saying? All right, y'all. We're playing Euro Truck Sim here for a second. Just ignore the side of the road that we're on. It's all good. There's no oncoming traffic or anything. Nothing to worry about. Look at that. We made it in one piece. All right, let's see what else we got. Well, let's see where we are. All right, 9 o'clock in the morning, full tank. Let's just, while we're here, let's see what kind of jobs they got. See if we can get in and out of here with something. Go back to El Paso. That's a long run. I don't know if I want to do that. What time is it? 4:30. And Lubbock. Let's go to Lubbock. Let's go to Lubbock. We haven't been to Lubbock in the game yet, and I got my tech hat on. It just seems like the thing that we should do. What are we hauling? I didn't even see what we picked up. Oh, a little crane thing. Some kind of little lift, guys. 12-hour drive. Talking about 12-hour drives. We got a 12-hour drive to Lubbock, Texas. I wonder if we can see the college. I haven't really explored Lubbock in the game very much. I think it's just the stuff we're hauling, man. The more you level up, the more you get paid. And this save, the guy's like level 100 something. I think. Let's see, does it show us somewhere? Yeah, level 173. Oh, you guys can't see that on TikTok. It's underneath my webcam. But yeah, we're level 173. Profit for 7 days that for the 7 days that we played, profit's $809,000. Crash Trucking. It still says Crash Trucking. You guys on the horizontal stream can see that up there. Crash Trucking Enterprises. Yeah, this was my main save on Facebook. So when I streamed on Facebook, we did truck sim, kind of like what we're doing now. Like 75% of the time we did truck sim, and this is the save that we were in most of the time. So we got a lot of hours on the save for sure. I wonder if we can see that somewhere. Let's see, we do have some stats here. Base wage is $1,200. Delivery fee is $43 per mile. Average profit per distance is $67 per mile. This truck we've driven 37,000 miles. It doesn't tell me how long we've played though. Not in here. I have to look in Steam, I think. Yeah, this thing, I haven't really messed with this, but this is how you're going to get more money. Like, as you rank these up, you get long distance runs, pay more. Hazardous, which we're not really doing right now, pay more. High value, all this stuff pays more. So once you max those out, you'll start getting better jobs, if that makes sense. I haven't messed with that stuff in a while, man. I barely remember how any of that works. These days, we pretty much jump on, grab a job, and drive. Like yours, all mine can't even be that smooth. It's not fair. Yours can't be that smooth. Bye now. Jamar, thank you for the sub on YouTube, man. Welcome to the crew. First time watcher and sub from Australia. Awesome, man. One of my buddies on Twitch is from Australia. Welcome in, man. I appreciate you following. I am in Texas myself, but I'm a night shift person, so my streams are usually late like this, so good timing for you guys in other parts of the world or other night shift people. Yeah, you'll get there, Colby. You'll get there, man. I'm streaming everywhere. Yeah, I'm streaming everywhere. I'm streaming on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Kick. I think that's it. I have not. No. I've never been to Australia. My dad lived in New Zealand for a little while. Not the same thing, but close. My dad lived there for a little while, but that was before I was born. He worked for some shampoo company down there. Night shift rise up for sure. Yeah, I'm kind of still getting used to night shift. I work at the hospital, so I work three 12s. 3 12s a week. They're really like 14s. Dude, I had a patient yesterday. I got to work. We clock in at about 6:30, right? You got like from 6:30 to 6:45 to clock in. Cheeky, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the crew. So I had a patient. You might kind of know what I'm talking. You might have familiar experiences, Cheeky, if you work in that field. Caden, thank you for that follow too, bud. Welcome in. I appreciate you guys following up. You guys got us to 4,400 likes on TikTok, and I think that's 14 new followers tonight, guys. Thank you for all that support over there. Let's unplug the controller. KMG, thank you for the follow too, man. That's on Kick. KMG's jumping around following us everywhere. My controller's glitching out my audio, so we got to turn it off and back on again when it does that. All right, and throw that car out of the way. But no, I had this dude, right? He's an older man, and it's not his fault. He was very old. But I got to work. I got to the floor, and as soon as I got to the floor, I didn't get report on any of my patients or anything. The second I got to the floor, this guy started trying to get up because he doesn't know where he is. He has a lot of confusion, dementia and stuff going on. He starts trying to get up, man. We spent the next 45 minutes in that room. I'm supposed to like take report on my patients, go do all my assessments, pass my meds. Like there's all kinds of shit I got to do in the first couple of hours that I'm at work. It's the busiest part. Like you got to get it done fast. And instead of getting to get any of that stuff done, man, we were in there wrestling with this dude for 45 minutes as he just kept getting up and walking out of the room. And he's like, I'm leaving. And it's like, you can't leave, man. Like, you know, you're in the hospital. He had a hip surgery. It's like, you can't leave, dude. But he was confused and combative, and he was like trying to bite people. He tried to bite his wife. He like tried to bite his wife, man. It's one of the wildest things I've seen. Cheeky, thank you for that follow over on Twitch. I appreciate it. Yeah, dude, it was something, man. It was something. It was one of the roughest shifts I've ever had. But like I said, it's not that patient's fault. He's got a disease that he can't control. So it'd be a whole different thing if they were just an ass for no reason. So I can forgive this guy and have a lot of sympathy for him, but still, it's like, man, please just not right now. You know, like if you want to freak out, let's do that after like the busiest part of the day is finished. Then we can do all this stuff, right? But that was the second I walked in. And then we shift switch at 6:30 the next morning. We start switching. We get off at 7:15, but we start, like the day nurses come in at 6:30 and we start switching. 6:30 I had another patient crash. She was getting a blood transfusion and she started crashing at 6:30 right at shift change. So both my shift changes, coming on to shift and leaving shift, shit hit the fan. So it was a hell of a night. But I'm off for 4 days and I'm happy about it. It does, yeah, it does. That's crazy. You got a couple guys who just don't want to sleep. Yeah, we got a lot of those. Got to keep an eye on them. Yeah, it does. 5K, Toady, thank you. We got 5,000 likes over on TikTok. I appreciate the thumbs up, or the taps, I guess, over there. Appreciate the taps. Yeah, my last shift, I do my 3 in a row. Oh, okay. I didn't know that sign was going to break loose. I thought that sign was going to stop us. I do my 3 shifts in a row because then I get 4 days off, and I prefer to do that, especially since I am nights. But it's always my 3rd shift that stuff goes like that. Seems like every week. My 1st shift is usually kind of rough because it's your first day back. You're kind of getting in the groove. The 2nd shift is usually pretty good, pretty smooth. And then the 3rd shift should be smooth. But that's when everything hits the fan. Yeah, the 4 days off in a row is 100% worth it. Yeah, there's no doubt. It's 100% worth it. You work your ass off for 3 days, and I don't do anything but work. I come home, I shower, I sleep, I go back to work. Like, there's not a second really to do anything else. But the reward is 4 days off instead of 2, and that's worth it. There's no doubt about it. $48. See, that'd be worth it too, I think. Yeah, 48 straight, get 4 days off. That's kind of what we do. We just get our 40 hours in 3 days. They call them 12-hour shifts, but they're really more than that. They're 13 or 14 hours. So we normally do hit our 40 in 3 days. And then if you want the overtime, you can always work a 4th one. A lot of people do that. Noel, what's up, man? Thank you for the like on Facebook. Welcome back, Noel. Good to see you again, bro. So yeah, I'll do 4th shifts every now and then, but I normally do 4ths when they call me and they'll give you bonuses. Like if they really, really need somebody, they'll call you and say, hey, will you work an extra shift? And if they're like really in a bad spot, they'll be like, we'll give you an extra $20 an hour. It's like, all right, I will see you tomorrow. You know what I mean? But outside of that, I'm not really trying to work the 4th one. Yeah, PR. One of the things I kind of wish I would have done was gone the firefighter route instead sometimes. I don't know, because like you live at the station, so it's a little bit different. It feels like I live at the hospital, but I do come home, you know? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, an extra 20 an hour is hell yeah. Yep. Should have been, I wasn't in the medical field during COVID, but during COVID, they were giving people $1,500 a day because they were so short and the whole world was in the hospital. So yeah, they were offering people $1,500 per shift to come in extra. PR, thank you for that follow, boss. I appreciate you. But I didn't work there then. During COVID, I was actually full-time streaming on Facebook. That was our full-time era on the Facebook days. So much different lifestyle then, I guess. Yeah, they talk about that money sometimes though. I'm like, I kind of wish I was here back then. $1,500 a shift is unbelievable. But then you hear about like how bad it actually was, and it's honestly questionable if that was worth it or not. Yeah, no, I mean, it's good job security, right? For sure. Like I was telling PR, I feel like I live at the hospital for 3 days, but I don't. I typically work around 13 to 14 hours a day, depending. Sometimes it's actually 12 and a half because of my little lunch break thing that you sometimes get. So sometimes it actually is 12 and a half, but it's not usually. Normally it's somewhere between 13 and 14. But I do get to come home. I get to sleep in my own bed, you know, so that's a nice perk. But I pretty much, I come home, I eat, I shower, I go to bed, I wake up, I go back to work. There's not anything outside of that for those 3 days, but like I said, the reward is definitely worth it. I would do it. I obviously do it, but I will keep doing it because of that. You can't beat these days off like right now. I don't have to go back to work again until Wednesday night at that. So yep, the only thing that's really shitty about it is holidays. That's the only big negative. But PR, you guys in a firehouse, you probably have to work the holidays just like we do, right? It's probably the same deal. So that's the short end of the stick. Weekends and holidays. I have to work weekends, I have to work holidays. No way around that. But still, I still think it's worth it. I still think the pros outweigh the cons. The work part of it's super gratifying, man. Yeah, I'm gonna unplug this again. We just got a bit of an audio bug there again. We'll see how long this unplugging and plugging back in thing keeps working. I don't think it's gonna keep working for us forever. Yeah, you work every holiday too, yeah. But we do get holiday pay, right? You guys get that? You get time and a half for holidays. That's how my hospital is, at least. You get time and a half for holidays, even if you're not in overtime. So you get like extra time and a half. Does that make sense? But no, the work part of it is pretty gratifying, Colby. It's nice. I mean, some days like I had yesterday with the patient crashing at the very end of my shift, and then the other guy that was trying to bite everybody and fighting everybody at the beginning of my shift. That sucks, you know? Those days just aren't good, man. But even on those days, I still feel good about what I do for a living. You know, I still get to come home and feel like I help people. So there are definitely a lot of cons, but the pros are more. But some days, man, I don't want to jinx it. Some days are so easy, you just luck out and everybody goes to sleep. It really doesn't happen a lot. But some days you go in, you get your report done, you get your meds passed and your assessments done, and your patients all go to bed. Like, that happens sometimes. And then everybody just kind of sits there real quiet because you don't want to say anything about it. Because as soon as you say something about it, man, everybody's going to wake up and start losing their shit. I might, but I had a horrible shift last night, so we'll see. But every now and then, right, you get one of those nights where you're honestly kind of bored. You're like sitting there staring at the wall. That happens sometimes. I like somewhere in the middle. I like most of my patients to go to bed. Maybe one or two of them are like awake and they're cool, and so you're helping them, but they're also not a huge pain to take care of. They're not trying to fight you and stuff. So you're kind of busy, but you're not, it's not crazy, right? That's the best of both worlds, I think. I don't like being bored either. Yeah, hopefully I don't jinx my next one. We'll see how it goes. I think it'll be all right. Whatever happens, you get to the end of the day one way or another. Yeah, I like, you know, you get people watching good movies and stuff, and yeah, there's some pretty cool people. I'll say this, honestly, I'm a pretty, normally, like, I guess you would say pessimistic or like cynical person, typically. At least I used to be. Like, I didn't have a lot of faith in other people for the most part, outside of people that I knew. And doing this has kind of renewed my faith in most people, because most people, even when they're in the hospital and they're like a really shitty spot, most people are still good people. And I don't know, I had more of like a cynical viewpoint on the world before I went into healthcare. I think normally it's the opposite for most people. I think like getting into healthcare would take away their faith in humanity, because there are those people that'll do that. But I kind of realize like 90% of people are really not bad people at all. Even when they're in a horrible situation, most people are pretty good people. And some of them are just massive dicks, you know, but it's not most of them. So that's kind of interesting, that it's kind of, you feel like it would make you like people less, but it's made me like people more. Yeah, I do that too. Yep. My last shift, we had a total of 3 structure fires, the most we had in one day. Damn. So you had a last shift to remember like I did, kind of. 3 structure fires in one day. That's crazy. You like doing that though, PR? Because like I said, that's one of the things that I sometimes think like I kind of wish I would have done that. Let's get these cars out of the way. Yeah, no, Brandon, we're not gonna be like that, man. Bruh. Yeah, for real. Flying cars, Renault, Ukraine. What's up, man? Welcome in. Let me get in here. Colby, thank you for the follow, bud. I appreciate you. Da-na-na-na-na-na. TikTok's moderation is kind of funky. You have to like go in and block people instead of ban them. But that should have worked. We'll see. Flying cars, let's catch up on the follows. Thank you for the follows, guys. 20 years done. What's up, Jeffrey? I think that handled it. Before I get back in the game, we're going to make sure. JJ, thank you for the 600 likes, bro. Appreciate that. All right, let me get my chat back over here. Six. I don't know where they are though. You know what I mean? Like I don't. That's 6 spread across all of them. This TikTok chat is so funky. You gotta like. There it goes. Trying to resize it. All right, perfect. All right, back in business, guys. Vroom, vroom. So yeah, we got 6 all together, but I don't know. It doesn't tell me which platform they're on. I think most of those people are on Twitch. Do you want to hear the patient's view from the hospital, says Corey? I think I got a decent idea of it, but yeah. I was partnered on Facebook Live for a long time. Yeah, we were partnered on Facebook Live for a good minute. That's where we grew the channel the most back in the day. And Facebook Live is actually how I got to go full time. So we were full time streaming, I think, for about a year and a half. I don't remember exactly how long it was, but for a little while I was full time streaming, and the only reason why I was able to do that is because of Facebook. But it went downhill pretty quick. Yeah, they didn't manage that very good. It still exists. Facebook gaming is still there, but I wouldn't recommend it as your only platform. Badass Benny, thank you for the follow, bud. Welcome to the crew. Welcome in. Yes, I owe Facebook a lot. Facebook actually kind of paid for a lot of my college too, because I went back to college after that. And so yeah, the Facebook gaming days paid for a good bit of my school, allowed me to go back to college and get my nursing degree. So yeah, I kind of owe Facebook some stuff. A lot of it's in my community though too. Facebook was a big part of it, but the community was a big part of it. So I think it was just kind of the right place at the right time kind of thing. But then Facebook just went to shit. They just mismanaged it so badly, it just went to hell. But moral of that story, that's why I stream everywhere now. I don't want to... I had problems with YouTube. I started on YouTube, had trouble there. Went to Mixer, got partnered on Mixer, was really successful over there. Then they sold Mixer to Facebook, so Mixer disappeared. Got really lucky that Facebook worked, because for a lot of my friends it didn't. But Facebook worked out for me. I just kind of got lucky there. And then Facebook Gaming went to shit. So I kind of realized I don't want to put all my eggs into one platform, right? Because you can't trust a platform to be stable enough. And that's why now I just stream everywhere. Yeah, Benny, it's going to be pretty cool, man. Honestly, I'm going to play it on console too. I'll probably buy it again, just so I can play it in my living room when I want to. Corey says the first time he was in the Bay Area hospital for about 5 days. The third night, I almost curled up in a fetal position because of pain. Yeah, and I made all the nurses basic cold. They called a blue. They wouldn't have done that unless you didn't have a pulse. That wasn't for sure if I'm having this tighten this to my chest or not. They probably called a rapid on you. Yeah, if you had a pulse, they wouldn't have called blue. That's yeah, that's a definitive thing. But what they did was called a rapid on you, which is similar, right? A rapid is similar to a code, but it basically just means if we don't have like the whole team on this patient right now, they're probably not gonna, they'll become blue. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's get a rapid in here right now. And dude, those guys, there's a rapid response team in the hospital. There's respiratory therapists, there's nurses on it, there's doctors on it. There's like a whole medical team that's the rapid response team. And you call them, dude, and they like will appear out of thin air. I don't know where they stay. I don't know how they're that fast. But if you call them, they are up there on your floor in 3 minutes. It's crazy. Yeah, so a lot of the ER nurses are rapid response team, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Colby, what made me go into nursing? A few things, man. My brother-in-law is a nurse practitioner, and he's a first assist for a surgeon, so he like does surgery with the surgeon, and that's super cool. You know, what he does for a living is really, really cool. So I kind of am trying to make my way there. This is kind of just a stepping stone in that direction. So he's a big part of that inspiration, I guess. And he lives a pretty good life. That's another part of it. You know, he's living a pretty good life. He has a job that's super interesting. He gets to help people. So there's a lot of stuff I considered, really. I considered all kinds of stuff to figure out what I wanted to go to school for. Everything. And this just kind of led to be the best option. I wanted to go to school to be an electrician at first, but I'm super allergic to yellow jackets. And I go into anaphylactic shock if I get stung by a bee. So I went and like shadowed with a couple of electricians, and I was like, yeah, it seems really cool. Like electrical work is getting really computerized too, and I like computers. And so I think maybe I want to learn this. It'll be a good trade. It'll be short school. Short school was another big decision maker. And I shadowed with a couple of them, man, and we saw a lot of yellow jackets. And I asked them, you know, you see yellow jackets every day? And they like constantly. They're like, yeah, all the time. I was like, well, I'm not going to do this then. So that ruled that out. And then I was just kind of trying to decide. I wanted to do something that I could focus on because I have really bad ADD. So if it's not super important, I can't focus on it. And so I knew I had to go to school for something that was important or that would really, really interested me, or I would never be able to make the grades to get through it. So that was part of the decision. I wanted to do something that would be helpful to most people. Like I'd feel good about doing it. Because I was in sales for a long time and didn't always feel good about what I had to do back when I was in sales. And then like investment on the money, like how much is it going to cost me to go to school versus how much am I going to make when I get out, and how long am I going to spend in school? I thought about all those kinds of things. And then the scheduling type things, job security, 3 days on, 4 days off, all kinds of stuff was inputted into that decision really. But I think I made the right choice for the most part. There's a lot of stuff you can do in a hospital though, and I didn't know that when I started school. If I had known all the intricacies of the healthcare system, I probably would have done something differently. I probably would have done like rad tech, like a x-ray tech, or respiratory therapy or something like that, if I would have known. But I have a higher ceiling, and I make a little bit more money. Not a lot, but I make a little bit more money, and I have a higher ceiling than a lot of those guys do, so I can move up higher. I can become an advanced practice basically. And so in the long run it was probably worth it, but if I was back at the beginning of it and knew now, I probably wouldn't have picked it. But I am glad that I did. Why are we lagging so bad? There we go. I am glad that I picked it though. With that being said, we're like lagging really bad in here, so I'm just gonna tow out of this thing. I don't want to back up in this spot anyway. Let's take the cheap way out. Caden, this is American Truck Simulator. It is on PC. Right now it's only on PC, but they are making it for consoles. Let's go ahead and repair a little bit. Yeah, I want to eventually become a nurse practitioner. Eventually I'm gonna get my master's and become an NP. Yeah, they're building it for consoles right now, so I don't know when. I don't really know what their timeline is. But you'll be able to play it on console someday. That much we do know. Yeah, Colby, medical field's good, man. It is. And I don't know where you live, but like I get to work inside, and I mean sometimes patients turn their room up to 700 degrees, but I live in the middle of Texas. It'll be like 110 sometimes, and I get to work indoors. So that's a big perk too. It kind of sounds like not that big of a deal, but in the middle of a Texas summer, that's a big deal. Marcus, thank you for that follow, man. Welcome to the crew. But yeah, my school wasn't too bad. I think I paid about $1,200 a semester, and I'm at the bottom of the pay totem pole right now for what I do because I'm a new grad. I'm a resident actually right now, so I'm in a residency at the hospital. So I get paid residency pay, which is lower, but I actually make more than resident doctors. I don't know why, but I make more money than the resident doctors do. I don't make anywhere near the money that doctors do, but like new grad doctors that don't have any experience, dude, they don't pay them shit. And I didn't know that. But one of them was talking about how they make like 45 grand a year. I was like, no, you're full of it, dude. There's no way. But it turns out to be true. Are we gonna go over here and go to bed? The low boy is not a mod, no. The low boy is vanilla. Let's see if we can find a bed. Cole, thank you for, or Cole, is that how you say that? Thank you for the follow. Why can't we sleep here? There's no way it's that directional, right? Do they want us like actually straight in the block? They do. Okay, well there we go. Caden says, I hope it's soon. Yeah, I do too, man. It'll be really good for this game once they get out on consoles. All right, we're in Lubbock, guys. We got time to do another run or two, so let's see what we got for the cargo market in Lubbock, Texas. We don't want to go from Lubbock to Lubbock. That's dumb. And that one's going to be a little bit too far. Don't want to go back to Fort Worth because that's where we came from. That's too short. Maybe we'll go to Oklahoma. Jackpot, Nevada. You guys see that? Jackpot, Nevada. Caden, thank you for the 500 likes. You guys got us to 15,000 likes on TikTok and 23 new followers, man. Thank you guys for all that support. The paint job on the truck is a mod and the engine is a mod. The truck itself is not. I guess so. Yeah, you know, I've never really thought about that, dude. I've never actually thought about that. A Montilla, thank you for the sub on YouTube, my friend. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and take this one. I don't remember what this is, but let's take this one going back to Oklahoma. That's a really good question, man, and I'm sure that that's the case, right? It's got to be. So I've had this game for centuries, and I've bought like the new states as they came out. I bought them. I'm not up to date anymore, but I used to be before I went back to college. I bought them like right when they came out, so I never really had to think about that. But I mean, you got a point, right? Because now, like, what would you do if you bought Texas, but you don't have, like, you wouldn't be able to get there? Yeah, so yeah, you need it. Yeah, there is teleportation in the game, but there really wouldn't be much point of having Texas if you can't free flow the whole thing, right? Yeah, so that's what I was also going to say. I can't really read your name with the font DX in the chat right there, I guess. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, though. They do go on sale a lot, and they have like an edition of the game that you get all the states with it. Just buy that, because it's already not that much, right? When you buy a new game these days, they're like $70, $80. You can get all of Truck Sim for $40 or something. Usually, especially when they're on sale, and you can get all the states with it. So if you're gonna buy the game, I would recommend to just do that. Just buy them all. Yeah, get that ultimate pack, and if you already have the game, I think you can still buy the ultimate like DLC thing. You can get all the DLCs at once. It's only $5. Yeah, see, that's a hell of a deal. That's what I would do if I were y'all, for sure. Skirt. But I still have a few states I need to get. I'm missing a few of them. I need to look tonight if they're on sale. I need to go ahead and pick them up. David, thank you for your input in the chat there, man. Caden, thank you for the 800 likes. Got us to 17,000 now. 17.5K. Oh, did they? Craft it over on Twitch, guys. He says it is not coming to console this year. They've said that. So 2026 at the earliest, it sounds like. Dead, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the crew. Welcome in, bud. OHM Word. Engine mod is OHM Word. Transmission and engine pack. It's in the Steam Workshop. Sounds good, doesn't it? I like it. I like it a lot. Damn, Caden, you're killing it, dude. Another 1,000 likes from Caden there. Dead Medic, thank you for the likes too, man. Appreciate that. Dude, I bet that's cool. Been playing ATS with your VR and sim setup. Oh yeah, I bet it's awesome. I'm gonna have to set up my steering wheel. I've said this the last couple streams, but I gotta plug my steering wheel back in. I need to get it done. I think I will be live again tomorrow. Sometime like tomorrow night, tomorrow morning. By tomorrow night, I mean tonight. I still I talk like my day is my nighttime. So when I say tomorrow right now at 5 o'clock in the morning, I actually mean tonight. I still don't have it worked out in my head for the night shift thing. PC Hawaiian, yeah. We are on PC, man. But I will be back live again either tonight or very, very early in the morning on, I guess that'd be Monday morning. Yeah. Let's say roughly 20 hours from now, I'll be live again. Something like that. Give or take a little bit. But I don't know if I'm going to do truck sim again or not. But if I do truck sim, I'll try to remember to get my steering wheel set back up. The game is more fun with the steering wheel anyway. But yeah, Colby, I was gonna say if you're trying to decide what you want to do for a living, man, there's a lot of opportunity in the medical field for sure. Just something I would recommend: go to your hospital, your local hospital, and shadow people first before you make a choice. Right, because you can go pretty much for the most part. If you're just about to get out of high school and going to college or something like that, they'll be happy to let you do that. And you can just kind of go around, tour the hospital, talk to people who do all the different jobs, because you've got rad techs. You got some radiology techs make a lot of money too, because they specialize in different kinds of scans, different kinds of machines and stuff. Their job's a little more boring, but sometimes that's a really good thing. Then you've got like respiratory therapists, which respiratory therapists are, I think, to like a layman, similar to a nurse, but they specifically focus on respiratory, if that makes sense. They're not a doctor, but they specifically do the respiratory therapy stuff. But they're critical for like rapid response teams, code teams, and stuff like that. Respiratory therapists are super critical for like really dire situations. Respiratory therapists can be there. Then there's more chill jobs that you can do as a respiratory therapist too. And then nursing is good because you have 100 million different things you can do as a nurse. You could be a PA, you can become a nurse practitioner, you could become a doctor if you wanted to. I'm really glad I'm not a doctor, but somebody's got to do it. So yeah, check it out. There's a lot of options, man. So just fill out the area and know that there's a lot available. There's a lot available that a lot of people don't know about if you don't work in a hospital. What other games do I stream? I've been doing mostly truck sim since I've been back. We've done a little bit of flight sim. I'm gonna get back into farming simulator pretty soon. Been doing a little bit of the new skate game with a couple of my buddies when we do multiplayer stuff. That new skate 4, I guess you would call it, even though it's not what it is. Been doing that a little bit. But yeah, nine times out of 10, guys, I'm gonna play simulators. Then occasionally I'll do survival games or RPGs or some like random sports game or something, but most of the time simulator games. Truck sim, flight sim, and farming simulator are kind of my top 3. Yep, not a bad idea, Colby. I wish you luck, man. You'll find the right path. You can be a surgical tech too, and a surgical tech, I think, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure a surgical tech can work their way up to be a first assist. So a first assist is like a surgeon's extra hands. So you're not a surgeon, right? But you're right beside the surgeon, and you're just an extra two hands for that surgeon. So you do get to do a lot more in the operating room than most people do. If you become a first assist. I know nurses can become first assist, but I think surge techs can do it too if they go through enough school. I think they can. I don't know. Anyway, a lot of choices, man. A lot of stuff to do. Not yet. Yep, not on Xbox yet. They said in Twitch chat they were saying not this year, so 2026 at the earliest, I guess. It's kind of the roadmap for that. I guess only time will tell. Yeah, no, for real, Colby, for sure. So, funny enough, man, like I barely graduated high school. I really did. I barely graduated high school. And, cause like I didn't really have a whole lot of structure growing up. Like in my home life, I didn't have a lot of structure. I had bad ADD, attention deficit disorder. And I just didn't really care, you know? Long story short, I just didn't really care about grades at all or going through school. So I barely made it out of high school. I went to community college and I was out before I ever got any credits, which actually worked out really well for me. Luckily I did that. But I dropped out of community college before I ever put any credits on my transcript. If I had done that, I would have screwed my GPA up and I wouldn't have been able to go to nursing school. But my college transcript was blank. When I decided to go back to school as an adult with, like, I have a grip on my ADD, I have a stable home life now, obviously. I had a lot of money saved up from Facebook and stuff I was able to do. And so, like, I was able to focus on school like I needed to. I picked something interesting to me, which we were talking about earlier. And I got almost a 4.0 all the way through nursing school. Which, nursing school is one of the harder degrees to get. It really sucks. A lot of the hard stuff about it too doesn't have to be hard. They just make it hard for some reason. But it's not easy, man. Nursing school is really, really bad. But I think I graduated the program with a 3.8. So I had a 4.0 through all my stuff, a 4.0 through all my prereqs, and then I graduated the program itself with a 3.8. So I graduated with honors and all that, and that's coming from a dude who barely made it out of high school. And the reason why is because I was interested in what I was studying. So that makes a big difference, right? I agree with that for sure. You got to be interested in what you're learning. At least I do. Otherwise, I can't sit still. Well, Crafted, we still got the audio stuff with the controller going on, but unplugging it seems to give us moments of relief. I guess we're gonna have to... I don't know what I'm gonna do to fix this, honestly. I really have to wonder what I did to make it happen in the first place. Like, I wonder if I changed a setting or something. That I don't know about. Yeah, Colby, I do. Go to you can go to tylerdan.com and find my music. tylerdan.com. My music handle is also linked in my bio here. Yeah, I got music channels on all these platforms too. If you guys like country music, southern rock type stuff, I do a lot of that. Yes, sir. At Tyler Dan Music. Again, TYLERDAN. At Tyler Dan Music on any platform and you'll find me. or you can just go to tylerdan.com and you'll find it. Nice, man. Yep, I love music, dude. I've been doing it since I was really young. Look at that professional corner cutting right there. Excuse me, car. Beautiful execution. We barely hit anything. Yeah, that's another thing I like about the 312's schedule kind of thing. I'm hoping to use some of my blocks of days off. I'm hoping to start playing again, like play bars and stuff, play live again. So hopefully soon. I got to get my set list built back up. I'm trying to get my music socials and stuff rolling again too. I'm uploading every day there as well. So uploading gaming content every day, Monday through Sunday, uploading music every day, Monday through Sunday. It's taking a lot of time to make sure all those go up, but so far it's been working out. But I'm trying to get that rolling. I'm trying to get my set list rebuilt. And then occasionally, I'm not trying to play live like a lot, but occasionally with my little blocks of 4 days off, I'll hopefully book up some gigs to go play some small bars and stuff again, because I kind of miss it. All right, 3 hours left to go. I think we're going back into Oklahoma, aren't we? Yeah, that's the number one thing, man. Consistency. Oh, God, that's another field goal. Where'd he go? There he is. He's a goner. Oh, damn. I don't know. I wish we could measure exactly how far they flew. I guess we could use our mileage to kind of tell. I got sitting in that truck like, what the hell, dude? What the hell? Launched. Caden, yep, I did, man. Yes, sir. I'm still on Facebook right now. I'm live on that channel right now. We're multi-streaming everywhere. All right, this is going to be bad. Oh, all right. It's actually working out pretty good, I guess, for this car. He's saving some gas. Dude, you got to let go, man. You got to let go. It's time to move on. He said, not without a fight. Yeah, welcome back, Caden. I'm glad you found your way back to the channels, dude. I think I recognize your name too, I think. Hold on. Feel like we're gonna hit an invisible wall. Are we? No, we're good. Hold on. I might have spoke too soon. Did I call it or what? Did I call it? Maybe that bush is what we're hitting. Maybe that's what it is. I think it's actually a wall though. No, it was the bush. Okay. Yep, that makes sense. That's logical. That's logical. Yeah, Caden, about 10 years. Mm-hmm. Yep, all in all, about 10 years. I was kind of telling y'all that story earlier, but I started on YouTube, I think it was 2016. I gotta look back and be sure, but I think it was 2016, or yeah, 2016 I started on YouTube. Then from YouTube I went to Twitch a little bit, not really though. Then I went to Mixer. and Mixer was Microsoft's competitor to Twitch. Got partnered on Mixer, stayed there for about a year. Right after I got partnered, they sold it to Facebook. So I went to Facebook when they sold Mixer to Facebook because my partnership had an option to be bought by Facebook too, so I took that. And then Facebook went downhill, and then I went back to college. It is crazy. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's been that long at all. It feels like maybe 5 years ago I made my first YouTube video back then. But it's been almost a decade, and I'm still friends with a lot of those guys I started that stuff with back then. Both of the guys I streamed with last week, and I might stream with them again tomorrow if they're free. Sturtrix and Zach. Both of those dudes, we all started around that same time together. So they're some of the first people I ever made gaming videos with. First people I ever live streamed with. And they're still friends of mine. We were streaming yesterday or last week. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it really doesn't feel like it's been that long. Me and those guys kind of talk about it too. It's like, dude, can you believe it was like a decade ago? Yeah, crazy. Yeah, thank you, Caden. I appreciate it, man. Well, if you were following me on Facebook, then you probably remember Facebook was the best things ever got with streaming for me. I think we grew our channel. Our channel over there now is at 13K. We've lost a lot of subscribers or followers because I went back to college. And I was AWOL for 3 years, but that's where I've been. I went back to school. I don't know if you were there whenever all that happened and I made those announcements, but I quit streaming pretty much. I quit full time, definitely, but I quit streaming more or less to go back to college. So I graduated in May. I've got my career in front of me. I'm in a residency at the hospital. All the goals I set up, I've kind of achieved them, and now we're here and I get to do what the plan was all along. Yeah, the plan all along was to get that stable career. I can work 3 days a week and get my full-time hours in, and then I can do my hobbies on my days off, streaming, making music. Yep. So now we're finally here, and that's what I'm doing. I'm working my 3 12s, and then I'm on my days off. I'm doing this kind of stuff, making these videos and doing the music thing. Yep. Yes, sir, Caden. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome back. Do you remember, if you remember Facebook, do you remember the T-Rex? Oh no, he's lagging. You remember that? I got all that stuff set back up too. Good times, man. Good times. All right, we're out in the middle of nowhere, somewhere like southern Oklahoma, I think. We hit 2 hours on the live, y'all, so I will probably wrap things up here. It's 5:30 in the morning, but I will be live again later tonight or very, very early in the morning, but we'll be live again around the same time. I am night shift, Caden, since you're just getting back. I'm night shift now, so most of my streams are real late like this. But I need to stream some music too. I didn't stream music last week at all, so I'm gonna try to do a music stream once a week. I'm trying to do gaming streams 4 times a week on all my days off. So every day that I'm off work, or every night rather, I'm trying to stream gaming at least once. And so far that's been working out. So 4 gaming streams a week, and I'm trying to just do 1 music stream a week. And then I am uploading on all of the channels Monday through Sunday. So there's uploads going up, music uploads Monday through Sunday, and there's gaming uploads Monday through Sunday. Yeah, we got a lot of people from Facebook that have been doing that. Yeah, tuning in here towards the later ends of the stream because it's the early hours of the morning, so a lot of people are able to do that, especially our old Facebook viewers are coming in when they're waking up for work and stuff. So the timing thing is actually kind of working out nice. even for day shift people, because they're waking up around this time. And so we've had a good number of those guys get to come in and watch and hang out while they're getting ready for work and stuff. So I kind of thought with the night shift thing that we weren't going to be able to catch any of our people from the early morning streams we did on Facebook back then, but it's working out nicely. Yep, no complaints there. Yeah, Colby, if not, I'm live late too, so just keep your eyes out, guys. There is a Discord. There's a link tree in the bio. If you're on TikTok, you can go to that link tree, and that'll get you to the Discord server, all the other channels if you want to turn on notifications and stuff like that. And that'll get you to the music stuff too, I think, looking at the bio over here on TikTok, guys. So maybe tomorrow I try to do music first and then jump on gaming after that. It's probably what I'll do. That's probably the plan for, and again, by tomorrow, I mean tonight. Maybe tonight, guys, I'm going to do music first, typically just about an hour over there, and then I'll jump back over to the gaming thing. I don't know what we're going to play yet. If Zach and Sturtrix want to get on, I'll play something multiplayer with them. If not, then I'll probably be back on ATS here. And maybe we'll have this weird controller audio thing fixed too. You never know, right? Maybe we'll get it worked out. All right, guys, thank you for an awesome stream. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Another good, strong stream here on Truck Simulator. Y'all have a good rest of your day, and I will hopefully see you guys tonight.